Hi friends, it's me, Miss Diane, and we're here to read another story today and sing another song. But first of all, I'm going to give you a clue as to what our story might be about. Are you ready? Okay, here it goes. Does that look like a real sandwich to you? It's not. And trust me, I would never take a bite out of a sandwich like that. Look at this sandwich. It's humongous. It's huge. It's tremendous. It's got 2 pieces of bread, and let's look inside. What is in there? What is that? Does that look like the color of peanut butter to you? That's what it looks like to me. And is that a piece of cheese? And a tomato? What is that? There's some jelly in there? And lettuce? Wait a minute. Have you ever eaten a peanut butter cheese, tomato, jelly, and lettuce sandwich? I would never want to really eat a sandwich like that. But this is just your first clue. Ready for your second clue? Okay, here it goes. And, did you see? No, I hope not. It's Mr. Waffles. Mr. Waffles is your second clue. So the sandwich is your first clue. Mr. Waffles the bear is your second clue. What could this story be about? Well, we'll find out soon, but first, we're gonna sing a song together about one of my favorite things, peanut butter and jelly. Do you like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches? I love them. Now, maybe you can't eat peanut butter, but then there's other things like almond butter or sunflower butter, but it's just a song. So we're gonna take and we're gonna stir up our peanut butter. So help me stir. Stir that peanut butter. And then we're gonna get out a big jar of jelly. Put your hands in front of your belly like this, like you got a big jelly belly. Good job. Then we need 2 pieces of bread. And let's practice spreading stuff on our bread like that. All right, I think you're just about ready for this song. And it goes like this. Peanut, peanut butter, and jelly. Peanut, peanut butter, and jelly. First you take the peanuts and you crush them, you crush them. First you take the peanuts and you crush them, you crush them. Peanut, peanut butter, and jelly. Peanut, peanut butter, and jelly. Then you take the peanuts and you mash them, you mash them. Then you take the peanuts and you mash them, you mash them. Peanut, peanut butter, and jelly. Peanut, peanut butter, and jelly. Then you take the grapes and you squish them, you squish them. Then you take the grapes and you squish them, you squish them. Peanut, peanut butter, and jelly. Peanut, peanut butter, and jelly. Then you take the peanuts and you spread them, you spread them. Then you take the peanuts and you spread them, you spread them. Peanut, peanut butter, and jelly. Peanut, peanut butter, and jelly. Then you take the jelly and you spread it, you spread it. Then you take the jelly and you spread it, you spread it. Peanut, peanut butter, and jelly. Peanut, peanut butter, and jelly. Then you take the bread and you mash it, mash it. And you take the bread and you mash it, you mash it. Peanut, peanut butter, and jelly. Peanut, peanut butter, and jelly. Now you take your sandwich and you eat it, you eat it. Now you take your sandwich and you eat it, you eat it. Peanut, peanut butter, and jelly. 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 Yay! Did you see it? Good job! All right, my friends. So now you had your 2 clues. It was a sandwich and a bear, and we sang our song. Now it's time for our story. And the song is called, dun dun dun, The Bear Ate your sandwich. Look at that bear. He looks like a really friendly guy, doesn't he? Uh-oh. I see a sandwich waiting to be eaten. Let's see. Who's going to eat that sandwich? Well, the title says, The Bear is gonna eat the sandwich. Let's see if he gets to. The author of this book is named Julia Sarcone Roach. There's her name right there. She must have drawn the pictures too, because I don't see an illustrator's name. So I guess she did both. It's a really pretty story. Here, I'm going to move you in a little closer so you can see the pictures better. By now I think you know what happened to your sandwich. But you may not know how it happened. So let me tell you, it all started with the bear. The morning air was warm and bright when the bear stepped out of his den. He stretched and he sniffed. The scent of ripe berries drifted toward him and led him to a wonderful discovery. So what is that there? It's a red truck. And if you look very closely, you can see that there's something in the back of the truck. It looks like a bunch of berries. Well, after a berry feast, the bear curled up in the sunlight and he listened to the buzzing of the bees. And before long, he was asleep. Now, what do you think that sounded like when the bear was sleeping? I think he was snoring pretty loud. It probably sounded like this. Can you make a pretend snore sound? Wow. By the time the bear opened his eyes, the buzzing had become a rumbling. He was being quickly swept along like a leaf in a great river, and the forest disappeared in the distance, and high cliffs rose up before him. Now look at, you can see there's the red truck, and if you look very closely, you can see in the back is the bear. Now, are these cliffs? No, they're buildings. The bear is on his way into the city, but he's never seen a city before, so he doesn't know. Well, once the rumbling stopped, the bear found himself in a new forest. It was like nothing he'd ever seen before. Now we know he's not in a forest at all. He's in a city. But he's a bear. Well, this forest had many great climbing spots. The trees were still itchy here. That's not a tree, it's a lamppost, bear. There was good bark for scratching. That's not bark, that's a building. Those are bricks. And the mud squished nicely under his feet. Looks to me like he just walked into some wet concrete. There were many interesting smells in this forest. Look at him with his head in the garbage can. But some of the tastiest ones had already been found. So here he is looking in the garbage, but there's a raccoon looking back. And here he found some fish at a fish market, but the cats got there before him. And here a lady is feeding the pigeons in the park. but I don't think bears like birdseed. Leafy green smells led the bear to some new fun. Look, he found a park. And that is when he saw it. There it was. Your beautiful and delicious sandwich. All alone on the bench. He waited to make sure that no one saw him, not even the sandwich, before he made his move. What? He's taking your sandwich. It was such a great sandwich. The bear loved it. But just as he was almost finished, he heard sniff, snuffle, slobber, snort behind him. I wonder who's making those slobbery, snorty noises. Let's see. Oh, he had been seen by a bunch of dogs. The bear was so surprised that he ran out of the park and down the street until he spotted a very tall tree. It's not a tree at all, is it? No, it's an electric pole or a telephone pole. But from the top of the tree, the bear could see his forest over there, far in the distance. It was time to go home. Oh, look, this time he got on a boat. The waves rocked the bear, and he began to doze. You know what doze means. That means to fall asleep. When he opened his eyes, he heard the breeze and familiar branches and the birds and the bugs' evening song. Wow. The bear had made it home just fine. So that's what happened to your sandwich. Yep, the bear ate it. So who's been telling the story the whole time? That little black dog, right? I saw it all. I tried to save your sandwich. I was able to save this little tiny bit of lettuce right here. The bear dropped it as he ran off, but I couldn't save the rest. I'm sorry to have to tell you about your sandwich this way, but now you know. So, did a bear eat the sandwich, or was the dog just making up excuses? Yeah, I think the dog was just making up excuses. Did you like that story? Does it make you want to go and eat a sandwich? Well, we're done for today, friends, so we're going to sing our goodbye song. So, Mr. Waffles, if you will please give up my cowboy hat. Thank you. You got your pretend cowboy hat? Do you have your winky eye? How about your yeehaws? Yeehaw! Got him? Alrighty. Put your hat on just like me. Here we go. Well, it's time to say goodbye to my friends. Yeehaw! Well, it's time to say goodbye to my friends. Yeehaw! Well,